My name is Dr. Sarah Vineyard, and I own 2 small animal practices in the San Diego area. And I've been using SignalPET for about a year and a half, I believe. So we've been really happy with it. So before, it had to be pretty. It had to be a pretty intense case, or it had to be a pretty, unusual presentation for us to send it out. And so, those were the only times we would send it. And now it's kind of nice because, even the little things that you otherwise probably wouldn't send out, we kind of have an idea of what's going on with them. And then if there is anything that looks like it needs to be further reviewed, then we can send those just like we used to. I think it definitely speeds up the workflow for sure. And it's also really nice because we can give owners a printed copy of, of the report from SignalPET. So it kind of gives them more of a value added feel to, to what they just spent their money on. We're probably a little bit more likely to take x-rays now, just because you kind of have that assurance that you've got a second set of virtual eyes at least to, to back you up if you have anything that's, a little bit unusual. I can definitely tell you that, number of x-rays has increased probably by about 30% since we added it. We had a dog that we had come in for spinal x-rays, and we weren't really looking at the heart, for example, but we just happened to have it in the film, and on first pass we didn't catch that it was that it had a mildly increased vertebral heart score, but SignalPET did, and so we went back and said, oh, you know what, yeah, it is. And when we worked that case up, they had early onset heart disease. It's a lot to do with client perception, so before they would pay, a bunch of money, and I would tell them stuff that, may or may not have made sense to them and didn't really have a lot of feel to them. And now, they pay approximately the same amount of money, and, we're giving them a full report. We've got an action plan. So it's fast too. So that's been really, really helpful. I think they've all been, pretty appreciative of the report coming through, because it's quick. I can talk to them on the phone and send them the report at the same time. So it really helps me to, kind of be able to say, okay, see these areas, this is what I mean by that. Well, I mean, I put it in my second practice. That can't be for nothing. But yeah, I mean, it's been really helpful. I would definitely recommend it. And it's, as far as cost goes, it's such a inexpensive way of getting so much extra information. And no hesitancy, I would recommend it for sure.